Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I'm taking a look at the possible ends of this tunnel because I'm pretty sure this tunnel that I started is too shallow and will, don't know, end up coming out somewhere back here. It is already way over 2 kilometers long. And it doesn't stop at all. See, you can see from here with the voxels not properly loaded in, you can see where it kind of goes to, and I'm pretty sure it will end up somewhere in this mountain wall. The problem is, there's a small grid over. I parked it relatively around 200 meters off the end of the now existing tunnel. That's a long time. That's a long time. I will have to speed this up. Not sure how, but yeah, I need to do something about this. This rover, by the way, comes close to its max all the time. I had to add more stone dusters. I changed out how this thing works. I added some wind turbines to it. After the whole, we had a bit of a thing going on with the solar rotors on the server, and we were not sure. I'm not sure if the solar rotors are really the problem here, because the issues that we had they seemingly stopped and then they didn't. So I don't know what the problem here is, but I'm changing out the solar rotors as good or as much as I can, and then we'll continue it. But the thing is that my rover density here is still not really high enough, so I built another one. You can see the you can see the beginnings of it here. I used the same suspension that I tested with on this rover and that Octomus used on his, and I have longer swing arms and all that stuff. But let me say it, even in big rover fashion, this works really nice. We will do a small tour, and I'm pretty sure now on camera it will be vastly different how it works. It might have too much weight on it right now, because the whole frame that is now surrounding it wasn't in the picture when I set it up. And the thing is, it is fast for a big rover. It is really fast, drives well again, and has a lot of power right now. See, it starts to topple over. That's something I will have to deal with. Bring down the whole. Oh, ooh! The boulder is still mightier than my wheels here. I will have to bring down the whole center of mass so that thing doesn't go to the sides so crazy. The frame is at the moment just here to see if it would be possible to do a frame. I kind of want to do another truck-based rover, but with this suspension, to see if a trailer with this suspension would work too, and then maybe have a trailer that doesn't have propulsion. So I'm not sure. It's just an idea that I have right now. It might end up not being anything. because it is way too big again. But again, I wanted to test the frame around it so that I can maybe, yeah, here everything is open, the suspension is there and visible, and to not make it too big, I kind of leave it that way, and it's not looking, it's working fine, it's not looking good. And I kind of want to go away where I maybe can make it so it looks a bit better, and that the suspension, at least here in the front, is a bit hidden away, and in the back we can open it up, maybe make the whole thing a bit narrower, and then put the trailer hitch basically somewhere in between, somewhere here or here, so that it is still where the weight can be dampened, basically. So I think it would be best to have it somewhere here. Pull this down a bit, bring it so that the maybe I'm not sure, or get rid of it in case it's just a bit, I don't know yet, but it's just an idea. I'm not sure if this will be done, because this is again another big rover that is really not needed, and I would test if this width fits into the hole. That's the next thing. Maybe I just keep it for show reasons. I'm not sure yet. I did some other work, and I'm not sure where I ended the last episode. I wanted to take a look, but I didn't know where I ended it. See, weeks and weeks ago, I did ask around for maybe an idea how to bring in a way to have a fold away wind turbine tower, basically. And there were tests done by people. People came and said, here, this way and this way, and it was some of it was really complicated with merge blocks being set up and then brought into place and all that stuff. And then someone came and just said, here. And that was basically the concept, to have just a rotor, landing gear, and then it folds up or down. And that's what we have here too. So we can, what we can do is we can unlock the landing gear. It should, I don't know why I didn't set up the, so it unlocks. We remove the block. The block is needed or not needed. We can't have a piston in there, so that's sadly not a thing. Rotor lock on or off, maybe. Fold it away. And once it's folded in, we turn on the rotor lock. And now we are just able to drive away. It sticks out a bit in the back. I hope that's not a problem in the end. I made the rover not do that, basically, so that I could drive over every hill and into every valley that is there. But up until now, this thing behaved really well, and I hope this is not too far. Otherwise, we just cut off the top two, let it be, and everything's fine. And then if I arrive where I want to set that thing up again, we just turn it around. And to have a bit more comfort, let me get into that for a second. We turn on this, we turn on the auto lock, then we just, if we need it, We just place a block below it. Then it's locked and the wind turbines should work again. Nice. Easy thing. That is really neat, and with the rotor lock it shouldn't clang too much. To have a bit of comfort, I've put down a cargo container, but it is too far off the ground. I might have to bring that down a bit so that it is somewhere here that I can put stuff in, grab things. Maybe I could put on a connector even, so that rovers that are a bit higher up could dock up to it. Let us just do it. Why not just do it? I'm talking, and then it doesn't happen. A cargo container. Bring that one down here. Again, this is just a comfort thing, so that I can, when I'm on the ground, I can pack it and can get stuff out of the rover if needed without having to fly up, and I can fill up my bottles that way and all that stuff. It's really, really neat. Yeah, the other rover didn't get the treatment by now. I might change that once I decided if I also want to get rid of this solar rotor. Problem with this one is it doesn't have... I don't have the space for it, kind of. I have... On this side I have the transfer pipes. Here is the arm. I'm not sure. Maybe it just doesn't get the treatment. We'll keep the solar panels and we'll end up in a museum somewhere as the unique rover that did the trip but was not really suited for it. I don't know. We will have to see it. I want to test out more of this, kind of to also have a rover that is in the end better suited for the trip. And this one does it, but it also has its flaws. The suspension, that's the fun part. The suspension really works, and it does what it is supposed to be. It presses the wheels to the ground so that they can keep contact. That's what these ones do too, but not always like they should. So having them on swing arms is... This whole is a learning experience for me, kind of. Having these on swing arms, when it rides over bumps, it keeps the contact, and that's nice. That's why this rover at the moment works without thrusters. But it would be nicer if it also would keep the contact in, for example, situations like that. Here's a situation where these wheels touch the ground, these wheels touch the ground, these wheels touch the ground, these wheels don't. And it would be... This would work out if, for example, there's a downforce on the whole thing. Not a downforce. I know that downforce in racing is something different, but if there's a force that pushes the wheels down, that's the case. So these keep the contact even if multiple ones are in the air. It's not a long way. So these you can see that these at the moment don't have the strength, so I need to bring the strength higher up. I can do that too, and I need to do a better job at going for naming conventions and all that stuff. I could just have these as suspension saved and then just work with them. Save, and so we bring up the strength a bit, so the whole thing will lift. And you can see that the height offset is not fully maxed out. So these things will ride somewhere in the midpoint, so that there's way up, So they can basically the wheels can go up, but the wheels can also go down when they lose contact to the ground. This wheel pushes the whole swing arm down. Works nice, works really nice. Saw that in some situations where the wheels lost contact and then they got just pushed to the ground again. That's what keeps it working. I got asked why these swing arms. Some people build these swing arms with just straight blocks down and then swing them in and then have the wheels set up in a weird way. You can see that sometimes even if you use angled blocks or slopes, even then they end up a bit weird. That's the way it goes. I could have used the really flat. I did that on the other rover. On this one. No. Oh, it's the one that's parked in the tunnel right now. I will not go in there right now to just grab that, but I used the two slopes, but it's just not. Doesn't really matter. It's nice to have these as a bumper too, because these still work as suspension, as dampeners, kind of. And it's neat to have it that way. Now there's basically suspension in different directions. Maybe that helps. Not sure. Not a car builder. So we will see. But this thing works, and it would be interesting to see what a trailer behind this would do. And I'm pretty sure as long as this tunnel will keep me here, I will definitely build the trailer behind it and then just test it out more. I'm pretty sure that will happen. We will see how that turns out in the end. It needs to be a very different trailer from, or not a different trailer. It will be something in a similar vein as this. So nothing special on here, just basically the bare necessities. Cargo, maybe some tanks, and then everything else. Living space up front, maybe a refinery. Maybe we can build something similar to this. Just hook it up to the front and see how it works. But first I need to see if this fits into the tunnel. And I kind of want to keep the shape, to keep the suspension in the front a bit hidden. But maybe I will bring it in one block so that it doesn't go so wide up top. It gets. Let us go counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it's 4 blocks wider than this or 2 blocks in each direction wider. And this thing again turned out to be too wide. But the thing is, with this suspension, can't go smaller. These wheels are as close basically as they can be. I could push, I don't know, could have them touch, but I always like my odd numbers when it comes to the blocks. So this needs to stay that way. Maybe I can bring the top a bit in, have the wheels stick out, but at least have the suspension a bit hidden. Then maybe I also don't have the problem that the wheels hit the top. I'm afraid that once this thing pushes in, that the wheels hit the top blocks here. Not sure if that will happen or if that would happen, but yeah, There's the fear that this might happen. So I will have to break up this here. Pull this back. I wanted to have the drop there. I will change the back in a second. So now Ramethep can write another comment and tell me that I'm littering again. I don't care. I'm running bars. Bars will pick that up. There's no need to be careful with my resources here. So this and then this. This needs to change down here. Let's take a look how that in the end then, how this would work out. So we can remove this. I could also use bars to just remove that, but I don't know, that's always working with paint. Ah no! Oh, come on, piece of... Okay. My bars will not get rid of this because they are not set up to destroy unowned blocks, or it's not as nice. So it would be nicer to have the wheels a bit, at least a bit covered. Maybe we can do that with some blocks. I'm not sure. We will some mud. How's that called? Mud guards, I think, or is it mud guards just when it comes to a bicycle? I'm not sure. Car parts. I should learn car parts. I'm building a whole lot of rovers. Maybe I should use should learn some car part talk so that I can name the correct things here. I'm not sure. So this is set up. We can remove this. And this. Then we have another. We would have another thing added to the convoy here. The thing is that driving this convoy alone is always kind of a weird thing. It's drive everything forwards, stop, grab the next thing, or drive one thing forward a bit more, grab the next thing. It's not as bad. What I might do is set this rover up then to also carry smaller rovers, so that I could do is not have it so boxy. Maybe bring it in. Maybe bring it in a bit so that I end up with it be no. Oh. Yeah, the best engineer. And then, yeah, do the same. Again, the back might turn out to be very, very different. I might bring that in somewhere here. or here. Maybe bring it in here. And then... Okay, let's test it. So I want to build over top of the suspensions because I want them to not hit anything else. So this goes in now. These go in. Okay, this. Then get rid of.
Energy low.
Yeah, I know. Everything is fine. Don't bug me about this. Have this be open? And maybe I can bring some blocks in to just work around this, because I can get closer to the... I can get 1 or 2 blocks closer to the whole thing, or 1 block. That's not enough. I could fill this stuff a bit more, because there is space here. Oh, one thing I need to do is let me show you something. For some reason, these wheels, I don't know what it is about them. So if you can see it here. These wheels just stick to the top. These are the right wheels. They just stick to the top. I can just put them onto the top. There is a connection, so this just holds. This doesn't. So for some reason, the left wheels need a backing. They need something on the back that keeps it in place. If I cut off these catwalks, the wheels will fall. And I'm not sure why that's the case. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case. This should just hold on its own. We can test it. I want to put these on because I deem the catwalks to not be ideal to hold this whole thing up, because everything again, the whole wheel suspension down here just is attached with catwalks then, and I don't know why these don't have a way to grab onto the top there. These have. It's just the way it is. I don't know. Let me do it here too. And then just remove the catwalk. So again, the catwalk is... I should even use heavy armor blocks, or maybe... oh yeah, here for some reason it did that too. I don't know why. I can't tell you. So... maybe the weight also helps it keep the whole thing on the ground or something like that. What's... oh, okay, I'm dying. Bad. Come. Okay. So yeah, it looks a bit... It's dumb that the wheels stick out so much, but I kind of like it a lot better because it doesn't look so freakishly wide anymore. Maybe with the the angle pieces there. I could put something on the front, by the way, too, because these things will definitely not swing down too much. At the moment, there's, I don't know, roughly a 30 centimeter gap or something from the fully brought up wheel to the top here. So there's a lot of blocks basically in between until something on the front or so would hit the ground. So I might end up doing something on the front that looks a bit nicer, just to don't know, give it a bit of protection from whatever comes from the front. We could do a grill. I will not go into the whole detailed work that Octomus did on the base runner. That's something I will not do. That's not my forte. Forte? I don't know. I can't do this. Maybe we can try it a bit, but if it doesn't work out, we'll just cut it away again. So let's get rid of this. And again, then have the trailer fitted with these suspensions too. I'm not sure if it needs to be powered. We could test it, how that works out, but maybe it's not really necessary to give the trailer power on its own. But I will put the hitch somewhere up here so that we bring it to somewhere here maybe. I thought here would be better, but maybe we put it somewhere here and then hitch up another trailer, test it out, have these suspensions on the trailer too, maybe to the back, and I'm thinking about this time 3 instead of just 2, to just give it a bit more strength in these small wheels to keep the whole thing up. Not sure. So a hitch will be we'll put the hitch directly over these rotors, so there will be. Okay, how did I do that here? With a... Okay. Then I can just use a conveyor here. Hook that up to the base. I hope that I have enough space to run something below it. Some conveyors. G advanced rotor. This is kind of like prototyping, doing the next iteration, doing the next iteration, doing the next iteration. It's yeah, it's not always nice, but that's how that should work. We will use a conveyor here for strength reasons, and then go up. I'm doing that. Yeah, in the meantime, I will do the hitch a bit different. It will not. I will not have it sticking out so far to the front. Oh, what's that? It's maybe not necessary. I always do that for strength reasons or something, but it's just not. It's not necessary. And then we can save a bit up on the, or we can have a bit more travel in the whole thing, because now the back wall is really close to the hitch. maybe... maybe we keep that here for a bit. Okay, is there... We will put another conveyor below this. Then we maybe can run something into here instead of going completely below the frame. The thing is that, see, I have space basically to go down because the suspension is just, don't know, I could have some blocks below here, encase that a bit more, make it look a bit nicer. Not sure if that works out, but we will see. So this needs to go in. I'll cut that just off for now. Maybe that works. I'm not sure. We will see how this compares. It could end up being a lot bigger than this one. And it right now is, when it comes to, you can see the trailer, the truck itself. How is that called? What's the front thing called? I'm pretty sure someone already told me. Ends up being a lot bigger. So the trailer is bigger. It has a bit to do with the wheels. The wheels, the 5x5 wheels for the rovers. See the difference? How much bigger they seem to be compared to the 3x3s. They are just, it's crazy. How also the visual difference, the fact that they are 2 blocks deep and that there's so much more around it. This isn't the case. It is, but I feel the difference is not so crazy with the small ones, because this is just don't know. This is now a meter. This is 50 centimeters. It's the difference is not so crazy. Like the big wheels are just, it immediately just is 5 meters bigger than than the smaller 3x3 wheels. And the 3x3 in large grid are already freakishly big. So this is just crazy. Let us make the short test and then we end the episode here. I just wanted to record to show you this, because it is just the thing that just came up yesterday while, don't know, I stayed up for a long time, and then just the digging process really gets to me. I need this done. This fits amazingly well. Ooh, and it makes, oh, see that? What an amazing job it does driving through this thing. It doesn't sound so lovely, but it is. How stable it is, and how not rumbly at all. This is nice. Yeah, we need to do another upgrade. Another upgrade of the whole thing. And then have a trailer behind this. This will be nice. Good. By the way, this thing is able to just drive up the mountain there, and it still can go into its full dampening with this X mode, where the air shocks works really nice. And it looks so nice. This wobbly wobbly off-road feeling. maybe we make this a bit flatter, so that this might just be really one compartment for everything, and we hide some reactors or so down there, or down in the bowels where there's the, and it slides. No. No, you don't flip over. I need some gyros on here. It has the tendency to go side, it really slides at one point. That just loses contact. And sometimes the wheels then hang up basically in the voxels. It's a weird thing, but works out. Normally it works out pretty well. And I will put some gyros on here so it maybe stops doing that. We will do just a flat compartment. So we will maybe go 2 blocks from the platform here. We will go 2 blocks up, roof, and then it's done, and not have two stories basically, or like this. Just to not go overboard and bring the center of mass too high up. We need to counter this with some weight in the bottom here. I might put some mass blocks or something like that down here. I'm not sure yet. We will see. Something will bring the center of mass down again. Reactors will go down here so that they are not somewhere in the upper compartment here, and maybe I can make the upper compartment even a bit smaller. Bring the back wall to the front a bit more. Maybe where the... That's a good idea. Just keep this as an open space or something like that. I'm not sure yet. We will see how this works out in the end. Yeah, sorry for another truck. But this is prototyping. It needs to be done, and unless this tunnel machine at one point gives us it needs speeding up. I'm not sure how to do that, but this is slow. This is really slow. At the moment it goes forward by, I'm not sure, 50 centimeters or something like that every minute. So you can do the math how long I'm doing this on for now. Sometimes I just let this run, take a nap, let it push forward a few meters. So again, I'm pretty sure. So it could be that we come to the surface but are not able to get out of it very well. So it could be that the rest of the tunnel will then run at least with an open roof or something like that. We'll see. Good people, I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on it. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.